Okay, time for a garden update. July 17th, 2022. I picked my onions. I'm gonna head over to where I picked my potatoes and planted corn. It's doing real well. Seeded it in, and there's a video on that. Picked the onions over here on the other side of the kale. Was radishes and onions here, peas at the end. I took the peas off both ends of the rows. I mended the soil here with one of my last wheelbarrow loads of what I call my black magic, which is compost, and it's ready for seed. I'll try to get that in tonight if I can. Got broccoli's doing pretty good. We've eaten a couple of heads. Garden needs a good soaking today. We've been eating beets and greens. Charge was chopped. It's been a very warm couple days. Jalapeno peppers are doing pretty good. A lot of jalapenos. We do a lot with jalapenos. We've been picking the corn. We had corn for dinner tonight. Still could go a little. It's a little immature yet, but we're still going at it. Tomatoes doing well. They're growing. Just need to get some water in there. I think I'll give them a good water and soaking tonight. The sugar snap peas we've been snacking on. That's all I use them for, is just snacking on. Good little snack when you're walking around the garden. I have more corn over there we'll get to. Here's the zucchini. Picked 3 small ones today, 1 large one yesterday. And back there's one of the patty pan squash. I started 2 seeds, one there, one here. They're doing really good. Getting a lot of squash bugs this year. A lot of squash bugs. These are scallop shaped summer squash when they come in. I think they'll be coming soon. No blossoms yet. And picking the beans hard, and I'll never grow beans unless I got cattle panels again to get them up like this. We put 26 jars up already, and we've probably put another 8 or 10 jars up yesterday, or the day before. I think I picked. I can't keep my days around together. But so easy to stand here and pick them now, and no bending over, no stooping, just pick them right here. Bush beans are a lot shorter. Some of these are 9 inches long, so just so easy to pick them this way. Cucumbers are doing good. Some down in there. I'm picking 4 or 5 a day. They're starting to run up the cattle panels pretty good. Sometimes I give it just a little bit of guidance. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This one here, running on its own, see? Pleased. Get some butter crunch lettuce down there, but it's kind of warm for that. The butternut squash is climbing the shepherd's hook pretty good. Got a pretty good one there, one down in there. And I'm sure I'll find more in there as the year goes on. Yeah, I think I see one right there. But time they're ready, we'll be finding them. Here's the corn I planted by seed, doing real well. I see tassels starting already. Well, sure could use some rain. This is another later day variety that I started from plants in the house and in the greenhouse. This 85-day variety. One's over here, the 62 or 64 day early corn, and like I say, we're eating that. See it all brown down there. I couldn't give it enough water the other day. It's going to the berry patch. The birds have been finding their way in here, and I was wondering how they got in, and I found holes where they just kept picking at the fabric till they picked holes in it big enough for mockingbirds and cowbirds to get in. They've been breaking the stems off. So If I have to, I'll put chicken wire over the whole thing. I added some more wires here and here to try to support everything that's growing up. It's a lot of big berries. We've been picking baskets full of them. Bowls ain't big enough anymore. I just bring baskets out. Just when I think I've found a really big one, I look down and there's another one. It's bigger. So, a lot of big berries. Look at this puppy. Look at that puppy. That's big. So I'm adding new wires all over. Trimming them off here. And these are just getting up to where they needed to be trimmed off and tied back. And I'll give you an example of what happens when you trim these off. What will happen here, you'll see it. In the future here, you'll see it. But last year where I trimmed some off, an example here, this is the main stalk coming up, I trim it off. And that gives me this one, and one on the back side there and there. So, and then all along here just loads up with berries. If you let it get too long, you get nothing. You get a few berries at the end, that's all. So I learned that basically from experimentation. And now I'm getting enough wires up that I can support them on. Some of these here, if I try to bring this back, it may break, so I'll just cut it off. I get enough berries as it is, so. I mean, there's beautiful sized berries here. Beauties. And we're coming up with new recipes all the time. See, these here are starting to blossom. If I can't tie them up, I'm going to cut them off. They're just right in the middle of the walkway here. They'll just keep going until they fall into here, and then I can't get through. So, need to train them early on the wires, and if I can't get it back, like I say, I cut it off. They just keep going. Look at, you know. So, this is the ever-bearing fall golds. As you can see, they're blossoming now, and the berries are starting. These will they'll start bearing fruit right up till frost, which will be late October, probably around that November time frame. You never know when you got to get a frost here in New England, but they're filling in. Just a matter of time. So that's kind of it for that. We'll go over to our peas down here. I got peas growing for a fall crop. Try to make room with the extra space I have in here. They're coming along pretty good. I just kind of kicked the mulch up to keep them to the fence. Got some more weeding to do. Strawberries are putting daughters out. This will all fill in as I get in here and weed all the way down. Still getting some blueberries. Got to get some water to them so we get some new growth. I want these plants to get up to 4 or 5 footers, 6 footers. So here's the daughters. And these are still blooming. I have one variety that's everbearers, so they'll continue right up till frost. A lot of bigger berries on this particular plant. This end of the garden used to be chicken yard, so the soil's a little better. But we'll slowly improve it. These are smaller right next door, so I got a little bit of compost left I'll throw around. I just got to keep the birds out. Okay, that's it. We'll keep you posted. Berry patch has been very, very productive this year. I'm very pleased with it.